This is Hudson County TV, coming to you from Sea Caucus as I bring you an exclusive interview with the new Speaker-Elect for the New Jersey State Assembly, Assemblyman in the 32nd District, Vincent Prieto. During my sit-down with the new Speaker-Elect, Vincent Prieto elaborated on what went into the process of him becoming the new Speaker, but more importantly, what lies ahead once the new legislative session begins in January. Mr. Speaker, congratulations on this wonderful achievement here. If you could just tell our viewers a little bit more about what went into this process becoming a reality for you.
Well, first and foremost, I had to get reelected, and the rest of my colleagues in the Democratic majority had to get reelected. And as we sit here today, a little bit more than a week and a half from the election, we don't know the total outcome. We may still be back with a majority of 48. You need 41 votes in the General Assembly to become the Speaker, and we had a caucus as part of our reorganization, and I got a unanimous vote from the members that are returning and the new members to make me the Speaker as of January 14th reorganization and swearing in.
I know you and the rest of your ticket won pretty easily on Election Day. Seeing the governor's popularity and moving forward, what lies ahead for him, do you feel you'll be successful being able to work with the governor in pushing for an agenda that's going to benefit New Jersey residents?
Yeah, and that's the key, an agenda that benefits the residents of the state of New Jersey. Obviously, we have to work with each other to make sure that, legislation we do, it's the best thing for the residents of the state of New Jersey. And it has to be bipartisan. It's not a Democrat or Republican issue.
Now, Mr. Speaker, it's an issue that you've been out in the forefront about, and that's the DREAM Act. Many cynics, even Hispanics themselves, are questioning the premise behind the DREAM Act. What do you say to the cynics of the DREAM Act in terms of, helping Americans first?
Well, this is just about a fair issue, and people have to be educated on what the issue is. Number one, K through 12, the Constitution of the state of New Jersey mandates a thorough and efficient education for free, and we are doing that for these children. We're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to educate them K through 12. The DREAM Act, what allows them is to be able to go to in-state schools and pay in-state rate. Because right now, they would have to pay out-of-state rate, and that's not fair. They're here. They live here. We're making it not affordable to them. We're making it more expensive, and that's just not right. We want a level playing field. If we've invested into these young minds that could be productive citizens and actually contribute to our economy, why would we be asking them to pay more money as if they were living out of state? It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, again, the reason I ask is because, many residents, whether it be Hispanic or of any other ethnicity, question, again, the cost of higher education, what it's costing young Americans, and more importantly, those that, live here already. But overall, when we see the progression of the DREAM Act itself, though, where do you see that progressing in the next year or two?
Well, I believe that this legislation will be passed. I think right now, even Governor Christie sort of said that he would sign it if it gets to his desk. So we're working right now. The Senate, I believe, just passed it yesterday out of their committee. So I guess it'll go up for a floor vote soon. We actually have ours in committee. We need to make sure that both pieces of legislation are identical. And we're actually working together with the Senate to see where we are. And with the current leadership, we want to make sure we can get this done.
One last thing, Mr. Speaker, again, appreciate a few minutes here on Hudson County TV. Once the new legislative session begins in January, aside from addressing the DREAM Act and obviously working with the governor, what other issues do you want to tackle in the new session?
Well, the number one problem since I went to the legislature has been property taxes. They were the highest in the nation. They still are the highest in the nation. We put in safeguards for it not to grow too quickly, so not to get us expensive, but yet they've been going up every year, a lot less now, but we have not lowered them. That needs to be addressed. That's something we have to look at. Education is always a component we have to look at. I think vocational schools is something that we've gotten away from. The trades, we just talk about our children just going to college. Some kids are more apt to be able to have a different option, maybe as trade schools. So that's another focus I want to look into. So there's a lot of initiatives that I'm looking right now that we will hopefully be rolling out at the beginning of next year.
Thank you so much for watching. For more programming, please go to HudsonCountyTV.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. For everyone here at Hudson County TV, I'm Fernando Uribe. You stay classy, everyone.